How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we're going to talk about Titan Season 3, Episode 4, titled Blackfire. Connor is, survivor's guilt, like, a heavy survivor's guilt. He feels guilty for not being able to save Hank. I guess that is confirmation that Hank is dead. Also, HBO Max broke as I was watching this episode. Like, the final scene, right? Like, maybe, like, 3 seconds in the last 3 seconds of the final scene, it just broke on me. Like, it won't play anymore. Anyway, not the point. Anyway, so Connor feels guilty. He's blaming himself. Gar tries to convince him otherwise. He flips out on Gar. So Connor flips out on Gar, and Dawn says it's her fault, which yes and no. Anyway, her and Dick end up going to the airport. Dawn is leaving. She is going to, I believe it says Paris. She invites Dick to come along. He declines. Which, in all fairness, yeah, it's completely borked. I can't even scrub through the thing. I was about to. Oh, for the love of God! OBS, be quiet. I'm on like 50% utilization. Anyway, he declines. Someone tries to kill Crane. Interesting. So they decide to move him. Barbara calls Dick, tells him about it. And this turns out to be a mistake because as Crane is being moved to Blackgate, Dick comes in and kidnaps Crane. He takes him to a safe house in the middle of the forest, where on the way there, Crane reveals he knows everything. Uh, the death of Hank, the fact that Dick is Nightwing. He doesn't like outright say it, but he very heavily implies it. Dick tells him a story about how oh, sorry, my throat is feeling off. Dick tells him a story about how Bruce sent him off into a forest alone, and he was chased by wolves, but the wolf should have been afraid of Dick, not Dick being afraid of the wolf. Yeah, Bruce is fucked up. We all know this. Yikes. Anyway, Jason arrives and they battle it out. Now, while all this is happening, Starfire goes into a trance again, attacks Gar. She apologizes to Gar, tells him, "Look, I keep blacking out again." And Gar is very understanding. He's like, "They're visions," so he's like, "Okay, not her fault. Let me see if I can help." He's like, "Let me put you in sensory deprivation so you can properly get into the trance and whatnot." Into a machine that's supposed to be nearly indestructible or whatever. Unfortunately, she manages to break out, punch him in the face, knocking him out, stuffing him in her trunk, and driving off into the middle of nowhere. Now, when they wake up, Gar is upset, like justifiably so. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of being the nice guy. Like, what does it get? What does it get to me? Blah blah blah. Like he's justifiably pissed off, right? Like anyone would be. Um, anyone would be pissed off, right? Like, he's upset. But he's also like pretty understanding. Like, he's like, wait, your trance took us here? He's like confused, and he looks down. He's like, hey, move the car, right? He has to move the car back. They find a hatch. Now he wants to go down. She wants to go. Sorry, Corey wants to go down. Gar is afraid of it, so she convinces him that we should go down. By saying it's either we go down this pit, or I get into the trance again and punch you in the face. Right? Like, it's not like she's gonna purposely go into the trance and punch him in the face, but like that's the risk that he's taking. He's like, after you. He literally is like, after you. They go down and find some dude, with Blackfire being held in a cage. Come to find out that he's a one-man government operation who's neutralized Blackfire's powers. Blackfire and Starfire have a conversation. They fight it out. Starfire decides we're gonna leave her. She makes it up to the ladder for the hatch and has second thoughts because they found out that Blackfire's essentially gonna be there all her life. After this one dude dies, no one else will come, and she'll be left to rot essentially. And she starts having second thoughts at that point, and so when she gets to the ladder, she's like, fuck. She turns around, releases it. So when the guy asks her, did you forget something? She's like, yeah, Blackfire. Opens up the cage and takes Blackfire with her. Now, this guy it puts up a tentative, like, I can't, she's government property, blah, blah, blah. It's like, look, I can't let you take her. And Starfire threatens to burn his balls, burn his dick off, and I'm just like, I wouldn't risk that if I were you, my dude. I would not risk that. Not for Blackfire of all people. And he's like, your starbolts aren't gonna be at full power. And he's like, do you want to risk that? It's like, do you want to bet? Right? Starfire's like, you want to bet? And oh my lord, he's like, it's like, look, you think they're not at full power, but do you honestly want to risk it? Right? No, he does not. He lets her go. Blackfire kind of like pushes him a bit. He took like a step back from the push, but that's about it. Like, I don't think there was much force because I'm pretty sure Blackfire has enough strength to send him flying. And I think his last thing to say to them is, look, if you take her, she's your responsibility. The government does not have the budget to chase her down. They go up. Blackfire's like, where are you taking me? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, look, it's either you stay here and be a lab rat. It's like, look, you either stay here or you come with us. And oh my lord, when she gets into the car, she's like, it's filthy. And Gar's like, oh no, this is gonna be a long drive. The look on Gar's face as he's starting up the engine is, this is gonna be a long drive. Anyway, the final couple of scenes is Gotham PD in a helicopter, or with a sniper, and Jason versus Dick. Now, the sniper dude has a lock on both of them, sort of. They can't get a clear signal, even though they have a $6 billion budget, according to the short-haired lady whose name we still don't know. Like, we're 4 episodes in. She's been in 4 episodes, and we still don't have a name. We don't even have a last name. Like, I can't just be like Miss whatever, right? We don't know anything about her, except that she's got white hair, and her ethnicity. Okay, now the encoding overload's done halving my frame rate for whatever reason. I'm guessing it's my CPU is at under 20%, so I'm guessing the encoding overload is coming from the fact that my GPU's probably through the roof for some reason. Anyway, Barbara's just like, fire. You gotta lock fire. He shoots him down. He misses. He very clearly misses because like the blow knocks both of them down, but it's obvious that Dick is the one who got injured because he's holding his arm like this. Anyway, he goes back to the cabin where Jonathan Crane is no longer there, and Jason wasn't there at the point of them falling. So that is where the episode ends. The episode ends with him just going like this. Although it took me like 7 seconds to watch the last 3 seconds of the episode because HBO Max crashed. Like it just started buffering. Like it was playing 1 second, pausing, playing 1 second, pausing. So it took me a couple seconds to watch the last like 3 seconds. It was really annoying. Anyway, overall, I think this was a good episode. My thought when they rescued Blackfire was, is Blackfire become a Titan in this? Because you know I'm all about the redemption arc, right? Like I'm all about the redemption arc. I've been asking for one for Beth Kane and Batwoman. I absolutely loved the redemption arc for Frost. Black Siren, I loved her redemption arc. She's a good guy. She's a good guy now. I love that one. Who else had a redemption arc? The dude from the future technically had a redemption arc in Flash. I forget what his name is. But he died. He was killed by the Strength Force. He was killed by an out of control Strength Force. So obviously we don't. Where's this the name of that aspect of her? And I forgot who the actual girl's name is as well. It's been a minute. Anyway, yeah. So I love redemption arcs. I'm hoping for a Blackfire redemption arc. You guys know me. I'm all about the redemption arcs, man. I'm all about the second chances. Anyway, I will be streaming. I took a 3-day break from streaming, so I will be streaming some more Final Fantasy XIV today at 11 a.m. Pacific. So in about 5.5 hours ish, a little under 5.5 hours. That's gonna be it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.